In the game of chess, there's always a clear winner and a loser. But in life, the game isn't so simple, because life isn't played on a black and white board with clear rules. Life is played on this chessboard, and the rules are written in the language of human nature. Since childhood, we've been told to be honest, polite, never lie, and always help others. You think that's the path to success. But the truth is, the people at the very top don't play by those rules. They follow an entirely different set of rules, and they use the rules you believe in to control you. The two sets of rules. There are two sets of rules governing human interaction, but we're only taught one. When we grow up, our parents, teachers, and textbooks teach us rule set 1. These rules are all about morality, fairness, and etiquette. Don't steal, don't cheat, be nice to others, help those in need. These rules allow us to function together as a society, because if everyone kept breaking them, we couldn't function. But rule set 2 is rarely spoken about. It's the art of getting what you want out of other people. It's about being clever, manipulative, strategic, anything to achieve your goals. And while some may call this immoral, the truth is, everyone uses these rules to some degree, whether it's spending the truth in a job interview to get hired, or sweet-talking a client to sign a deal. We all use rule set 2, but most of us don't realize we're doing it. In business, every contract talks about mutual benefit, but when you read the fine print, you find out who's really winning. But there's a group of people who understand both rule sets. And when you combine the two, you become unstoppable. How the smart use both rules. Smart people don't abandon morality. They use it as a shield and a brand. In public, they look fair, kind, and respectful. But behind the scenes, they make sure the real benefits flow to them. For example, a few years ago, a major American bank was looking for a new headquarters. The mayor of one city made a deal with the bank's CEO. If the bank moved its headquarters there, he'd personally guarantee a large government contract worth millions of dollars. So the bank moved, but after the bank settled in, the mayor didn't hold up his end of the bargain. He refused to give the bank the lucrative government contract. Was it immoral? Not really. The mayor simply had better leverage. The bank wanted to move its headquarters and create thousands of jobs in the city, so they agreed to whatever terms the mayor demanded. But the moral of the story is, whoever understands the rules of the game best will always win. Now imagine if the bank CEO knew both rule sets. Sure, he could have used the mayor's desperation to extract even better terms, but that would have been unethical. The CEO likely wouldn't have moved if the mayor wasn't willing to play ball. Instead, the CEO found another way to beat the mayor at his own game. The CEO decided to sponsor hundreds of scholarships for underprivileged children in the city. At the same time, the local media loved this news. They ran stories praising the bank and its CEO. The bank's image soared, but at the same time, they saved millions in taxes. Plus, they created a steady stream of young talent for free. They also built goodwill with the community, so if any politician tried to block the bank from getting that government contract, they'd be going against the wishes of hundreds of students and their families. Again, none of this is necessarily evil. It's understanding the game so both sides benefit, but you always benefit more. That's what it means to understand the second set of rules. How the naive fall into the trap. Most people are either completely aware of the second set of rules or completely unaware of it. Some think the first set of rules applies to everyone, but the second set only applies to others. But the truth is, whether you like it or not, we all play by the second set of rules every day. The only difference between winners and losers is awareness. People who only follow the first set of rules are the most vulnerable. They trust promises without proof, work hard, but never demand fair compensation, and sacrifice too much, expecting others to just know and repay them back. But that's naive. The smart understand that if you don't play the game, you become the game. And the smartest know how to bend the rules for their own benefit. Imagine you work for a company and you love your job. You work endless hours, including many days for free, because you want the company to succeed. You put your heart and soul into everything you do. But when the company faces hard times, you're the first to be laid off. Why? Because you became a pawn. You followed the rules, but you gave too much without making sure you got something back. Your boss knows you'll always be there working for free, so why pay you? That's the cold reality. And it's one of the reasons most people hate capitalism. But this isn't limited to capitalism. It happens everywhere. It's simply a result of following only the first set of rules. How to apply the second rule set wisely. First, understand the game. This means realizing that everyone acts in their own self-interest. If someone says they want to help you, ask yourself, what's in it for them? The more you understand this, the less likely you'll be taken advantage of. Second, use morality as a tool, not a chain. Morality is a double-edged sword. Most people use it as a chain to bind themselves. They feel guilty when they try to look out for themselves because they've even conditioned to think of others. But the smart use it as a tool. They're respectful, but they won't hesitate to take advantage of someone who tries to exploit them. Third, always weigh the benefits before acting. Everyone asks you to help others, but no one teaches you how to assess the risks. Do you know this person well enough to risk helping them? Is the potential reward worth the effort required? These are important questions. Someone might ask you to do them a favor, but is that favor really benefiting you? Fourth, protect your image. How you present yourself matters. Even if you're playing the game for your own benefit, others won't know that unless you show them why they should care. Look good, dress well, speak eloquently. These things open doors. As you can see, the second set of rules isn't necessarily evil. It's simply a different way of looking at the world. The first set of rules keeps us out of jail. The second set of rules helps us get ahead in life. And if you know how to use both, you're unstoppable. On the chessboard of society, if you only know the rules of morality, you'll stay a pawn forever. But if you know the rules of self-interest, you'll know how to control the game. This is just one of many hidden rules of human nature. To learn more, subscribe so you never miss the next one.